What's up, everybody out there? It's your girl Maya.
It's TIP, dog. Yes, sir. It's your man Raheem Devon, the R&B hippie neo soul rock star.
Hey, this your man Mike.
You don't know.
It ain't your
You
duty,
better
it's your
ask
buddy.
somebody.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah! If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
News, gossip, domestic violence, child abuse, bullying.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Welcome back to our third episode. We are on our third episode, ladies. Yay! I am so excited. People are really loving. If you don't know, ladies, what?
You better ask somebody.
And we are really enjoying this. We just want to say we thank each and every person that has been watching our videos, that have been liking the videos, that have been leaving the positive comments, the negative comments. Everybody have an opinion, and we feel like if you want to share it. We're not going to be mad. We know that, and let me just say this, none of our shows are scripted. This is us, 24/7. This is me, 24/7, you know?
All the way live. Oh, yeah.
Okay, nobody else want to co-sign it. I mean, all the way live. Okay,
That's just how you are.
This is me. That's China. This is Duchess, the one that thinks she know everything, you know what I'm saying? Okay? Yeah, straight up. So we're not scripted, but this is our third episode. And this episode, you know, might get like a lot of people a little bit heated. As everybody know, I just got married in an interracial relationship, and I want to tell you some of the questions that people ask us, which is 2014, and I still can't believe people ask us these questions. But it's we shall overcome. So why haven't we? So it's about racism, and it is serious because it is still going on. We're going to talk. I want to discuss the issue. I can't remember Morgan Freeman about something that he did for a school that they had segregated as far as doing a prom and what he did. We're going to discuss that, which was really nice. So we're going to go into it. And ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
On the count of 1, 2, 3. We're going to hit off this racism. And we're going to start with China. China, what do you feel about this racism? We should overcome, but why haven't we, girl?
I don't know why we haven't overcome. Someone said in the year 2030, almost the whole planet will be of mixed race anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
But I am of mixed race, and when I was younger, I was too black for the white kids and too white for the black kids. So it's just an everlasting cycle. It doesn't even matter how you were brought up. It's just some things kids read and see on TV, and they just go from there. But thank God, my father wasn't like-minded like that, or I wouldn't be here.
Right.
And I was born in the 70s, so it was really an issue still back then for him and my mother. It was a real issue. I didn't know that my grandmother was white until probably like the 5th grade. And she came to pick me up from school, and they were like, your grandmother white, your grandmother white. Like, it just didn't occur to me, like, she was just my grandmother. So the blonde hair, the blue eyes, that made, it didn't matter to me. It was my grandmother. But it took somebody pointing that out to me. I'm like, damn, Granny is white. You know, like, so what am I? Like,
But you know, I don't think kids, I believe that, I know that people are not born racist. It's just something that is still in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son was born to believe that we're all God's children. Let me rephrase that. No, he was not. I just told a lie. That's because I didn't believe in God. But once he got older and I started giving my life to Christ, that's when I started telling him. But I to be honest, I never really liked Caucasians. I never did. And I'm married to one now. But I never did. And that was ignorance on my part because the way I was raised, I felt like, you know, if it ain't white, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it was on my end. So I was just like, just didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? They got on my nerve. When I was seeing them, it was just like if a white woman was was to say something to me, I'm sorry, Caucasian, white woman, whatever you want to call it. I want to get it right. I'm not trying to offend anybody because, like I said, I'm married to a Caucasian man. But we said to myself, I wish one of them would. I wish one of them would say something to me because it would get me back into slavery time. I'd be like, say something. I dare you. I felt like it was a bit disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? So as I grew and matured and got to know God, then I realized, wait a minute, we are all God's children. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? Because you do a lot of over here.
I mean, I come from.
What you laughing at, Papa? Oh, she was on my nerve.
I come from a very mixed race family. Like I've always.
How mixed? Can I get in your business a little bit?
On my mother's side of the family, my grandmother had 3 children, 2 of which only have mixed children. So my uncles were NFL players. They were really big back in OJ's era, and they had white women. One of which was denied their contract because he didn't want to leave his wife. I've always been around white people. I grew up in California, very integrated neighborhood, went to integrated schools, and I honestly believe that racism starts in childhood with the parenting and what the kids see at home, what they believe from home. You know, you gotta be careful. The terms that you use when referring to other people. And nowadays, in our country, minority isn't just black.
Right.
Because we're a melting pot, and there's a whole bunch of, even going back into 9/11, and with our Arab Americans, and, you know, they at the corner store, you know, all of a sudden now everybody's nervous. You know, you see an Arab dude on the bus not smiling, or they need to get off.
Wait a minute.
Those sort of stereotypes, our children pick up from us because they have no fear. They're not worried about the little Caucasian kid sitting next to them in class or the Asian kid sitting next to them in class. Kids don't see that until we make them see it. They listen to what we're saying, and then the media. Once again, we've talked about this on a couple of shows. The media puts it out there like that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't learn racism through my family. I learned not to like Caucasians just through school.
Influence. It was an influence.
This was an influence that I was taught, and it just grew. And some of my sisters, I had a sister, you know, she used to say bobos, and she had her kids saying, I was like, well, what is bobo? And but bobos, she considered bobos white people, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay,
My definition of a bobo was the bullies you put in your
head. I was going to say that.
Bobos was socks to me.
Everybody have a different terminology for it, and I was just like, bobo? What the heck is bobo? And then she had her kids saying it, so I thought it was funny back then, but now I'm thinking to myself, no, because I just know for a fact that, excuse me, I'm not feeling too well. You go out the door, sir. Anyway, but the thing is that when I gave my life to Christ, and I was in such a bad relationship for such a long time, and even after I got out of the bad relationship, I started dating other men, and I was just like, I don't want to do the dating scene. I want love. I want a serious, concrete relationship. So I prayed to God, and I left it with God. So I did want a dating site, and Ed, my husband kept, you know, at the time he was my husband, but Ed, my husband, he kept flying past, and I was like, I don't want him. No, Lord. The Lord was like, you just, no, no, sir. You know what? Give me, I know that's Satan playing games on me. But see, that was Satan playing games. Satan didn't want me to get what God was trying to give me. So I was like, okay, let me just call him up. Let me just send him a smile. Then he sends me back these long messages. You know, and then we went out on a date, and ta-da! We're married, and I don't see color. I just see people for who they are.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, for me, I was raised in Long Island, New York. And
Oh, so you're a New York girl.
yes,
Y'all some rough guys, you know, right?
we're just cut from a different cloth.
What is that? Rough?
We're not taking any.
BS?
There you go.
This is gonna try to be all proper about it.
I'm trying not to curse. I cursed a lot.
I know, we're gonna curse, we're gonna stop this goddamn cursing. This type of shit ain't gonna go down.
Get it out your system. Just gonna get it out your system.
We're Christians, and God is still working with us. And I know my pastor right now mad as hell. Let me tell you, Pastor, I don't mean to, but sometimes. Go ahead.
No, but where I grew up at, one being mixed, growing up is interesting. It was very interesting because in New York, for me, everybody I went to school with, and most of my closest friends are Italian, Hispanic. Most of my a lot are either black or mixed. But for the most part, most of my friends, if you see a lot of my pictures from when I was younger, all of my friends for the most part were all white. They were, or mixed or Spanish, and so it was a culture shock for me when my mother moved me to Baltimore the first time. When she moved me here, and she sent me to school, I came home and I was like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And she said, why? I said, everybody here is black.
Yeah.
Except my teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That was the statement I made because it didn't seem like anything was integrated. All these
That is the craziest thing.
Wait a minute, you saying it, and then she's young, oh yes, and I'm moving this way.
No. When you come from somewhere where everything is integrated and mixed, and then you come to a school, and I was in 5th grade, so I come to this school, and the only person that I saw that wasn't black was my teacher.
And you know what? I'm looking at that, think about that.
Shock to me.
It was a culture shock to me because I don't remember when I was younger seeing any white kids in my school. So maybe that's another thing too. So when
It's influence.
Right. So when we started going to school and the white kids started coming to the school, we were like, it was a big deal for us. I think about, please help me out, ladies, and it's not that I'm not educated with this. Ruby, what was her name?
D.
That went to the school. No, she went to the little girl that went to school.
When they first integrated.
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 Every time I see that picture, I just put myself in that little girl's shoes. I said she was a soldier.
Yes.
She was a soldier. You see how she was walking? Her parents raised her to be a soldier. I was proud. And she was
walking in and she was looking straight forward with her
And I think the product of the civil rights movement, which that was around the same time, where the parents, the grandparents, and us now, we stemmed from that.
That's
and I think that Black people were able to achieve a certain level of strength from that little girl. And we see that image even today still encourages us to do better. But to answer your question, why haven't we?
Right.
And I'm going to just speak within my race right now.
Go ahead, bring it down.
We have a tendency to hold each other back.
Hey!
We're racist towards our own.
Hey!
We are racist towards our own because we will tell somebody, and to a certain extent, I laugh at Major. I in a heartbeat, I will make jokes, 90 going south about certain things or whatever, but on Instagram for the most part, and I laugh and joke with my friends too, but you'll see people and they'll post things like, you gotta pull teeth and do this and do that just to get a light-skinned girl's phone number. Light-skinned girls walk into, you know what I mean? And me, I make a joke, in a heartbeat, because I say, before you try to talk to me, I need you to make sure you a brown skin. I need a chocolate man with a bald head. I make jokes and stuff like that. And there's, to a certain extent, it's just, but when it comes to my children, my daughter came home from school one day and she was like, well, mommy, one of the kids at school told me that I can't be black because I'm really light and I have curly hair. And to me, it's like, I don't remember dealing with that when I was younger.
So what happened?
I don't remember dealing with that when I was younger because that's the area I was raised in and where I went to school at. Again, my favorite teacher to this day, we are still, and that was in 3rd grade.
Let me tell you though,
to this day, we are still like this.
God has a sense of humor. God has a sense of humor.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you something. You better be careful with what you pray for, because God is real. So when I prayed for a good man, because let me tell you something. Do me a favor, stop praying for a good man and a good woman, because you're not good, you're not perfect, and the man ain't perfect, okay? Let me just say that. I have to bring my husband in just for a second. I want y'all to meet him. He's part owner of this. Come here, baby. Just peep your head in here for a second.
Hey,
This is Ed. This is my baby. God has a sense of humor. And look, it gave me Ed. And I was like, I didn't want him. And God was like, you gonna take him. And this is a good man. A good man. I love him. Give me a high five, baby. I will say give me a kiss once I got cold, right? So I love me some him. But I'm just here to tell you, don't miss your blessing because of the color of somebody's skin. Don't do that. Look, come on now. Stop it. You're missing your blessings because of that. And stop teaching your children to hate because of the way somebody look, because of the color of their skin, or because of their weight. Stop doing that. You're messing our children up. You're causing them, like when Obama got in office, I knew he was going to get in there twice.
I did too.
I knew he was going to get in there twice because God is a good God and he's a fair God. See, I didn't vote for Obama because he was African American. You see my fingers just crossed, I just lied. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I got up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I think it was 6 a.m.
all day.
No, 4 a.m. in the morning. Both times. Yeah, 4 a.m. in the morning, that line, like this, with my purse, my phone, waiting to ching, it down. I'm not going to tell no lie. Because, to be honest, the two people he was running against, they wasn't right. I don't care what nobody say. Amen. In Jesus' name, you can say, no, bottom line is, that man, women that with black hair coming out with gray hair. And stop blaming him for every little thing that's going on in the country. He's not running this country by himself.
No.
Thank you.
He's not running this country by himself.
And he was not elected because of his background or his nationality.
Right.
We took what he was saying and what the other, what the other people he was running against was saying, and we made our decision based on that.
Right.
Now, of course, there were some black people. There was more black people than ever at the polls.
That's right.
Some of them just wanted to get a black man in office so we can make some more history.
Right. And I'm one of them. I was one of them. I'm going to tell you something. I wanted Obama in the office the first time. I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because our children need to see that, yes, we can.
We can.
Every race. Not just the black children, all children of different races. Our entire life, we have seen Caucasian people, men, run office. Everybody in the White House had to be white. Just because the White House was white, did not mean everybody in the White House had to be white. That's what I'm saying. So now, our children can see, yes, we can. But at the same time, even though I'm married to a Caucasian man, I still have history. So at the bottom line, yes, we're all God's children. So when people say stuff about what I'm about to show you, it irks me. Because we sitting here at this table are considered the new civil rights leaders. Understand that, people. Understand that. Martin Luther King and them, they're in heaven. We are supposed to step in their shoes and set an example. We are the new civil rights leaders. Who you gonna be? I like Mega Everett, but I can't because he's a man.
I think I'm gonna just be Duchess.
You gonna be Duchess?
I got some mulatto babies at home that need that strength
in
order to get into these situations. It's gonna happen. My 5-year-old told me the other day he's not black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a problem for me. Because you're looking at your black mother telling me that you're not black. That's an issue. I fell off somewhere.
Well,
I'm not even going to put it on his father. I'm going to put it on
different
me.
things because just 6 weeks ago I had a woman come to me. We were talking about racism. We were in a bar. That's the worst place to talk about racism. Any political thing, anything. But she told me, she was like, I don't know why you would be worried about it because you'd have been a house nigga.
No, she did not.
You'd have been in there feeding the babies and pleasing the master.
Wait a minute. One second, sister. Like I stated from the first show.
2014. Did you really just say that to me?
Sister, wait a minute. Like I just stated from the first episode that we did, as usual, on my episode. This show is not for children. if you're going to get offended by words that are on the show, please, for the love of God, do not have your kids and watching this video. Don't get upset because she just used the word nigga, because y'all don't mind listening to it in the rap music and letting y'all kids listen to all different types of things, and also pastors in the pulpit saying. So carry on, sister.
Are we going back there?
Yeah, going back there.
Okay, well, if you have I was told if you have an ounce of black in you, then you're black. But then someone said to me the other day, well, since your father is white, that means you're white, because you're whatever your father is. So it's like confusing me. I just
No, that makes sense.
It takes two black people and white.
If you have a Jewish mom, regardless if you're right. I'm trying, because that's something else, because if your religion, if your mom is Jewish, then they feel like that, I think you're supposed to be Jewish. This is what this man is saying. You're supposed to take their religion if your mom is Jewish, even if your father is right.
See, in our culture, if your father's black, you're black.
Right, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But
I don't see how that works, because if your father's white and you look black, you're black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I want to do. I don't say that.
Like I was a white girl.
You're light skinned.
I just thought she was light skinned.
And wait, what does she mean? And what does she mean? You're gonna be in the kitchen. How about she be in the kitchen? Because I was back. See, God knew what He was doing.
Not to bring me
This
up.
is all in His plan. Because I still question why they were cooking and they was all still living. Oh yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Poison.
Oh yeah. In the name of Jesus. Oh yeah. In the name of Jesus. I'm gonna go there. I'm going there because I'm gonna tell you
But
something.
we do it. That's the sad part, is we do it to our own. So if we're doing it to our own, of course, other races, other cultures, they are going to sit back and say, well, hell, why can't we kill y'all? Shit, y'all do it every day.
Y'all doing it to
I'll kill y'all every day. Why not?
Right. She just cursed. Y'all hear it.
Every time you turn around, the rappers, excuse me, and don't get me wrong, because I got a lot of friends of rappers, but y'all know I tell you how I feel on a regular basis. At the end of the day, in every song, we're letting our kids listen to this crap, or y'all get mad because I get in the car with my kids and my Pandora goes on, and I put it on Disney Station, Frozen Station, Rio Station. Somebody, all you doing is subjecting your kids and only letting them listen to white people music. Oh well, if that's what the case is, no, but I'm saying this is what they say. Well, if that's what you want to call it, then call it that. But at the end of the day, my kids are not listening to songs where all they saying is bitch this, hoe that, slut this, beat that bitch, kill that bitch. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. Nigger this, nigger that. We're not. No, my son is 3. The one thing I always say is, at the end of the day, even with his father, and his father can say whatever he wants when he sees this, I don't care. At the end of the day, you say something, you can refer to yourself as a nigga all you want, but don't do it to my son. I don't care. When you speak to my son, you don't call him a little nigga. You don't
give too much power to that word, I think.
But no,
they give too much power to that word, because my great-grandmother, like, she was Caucasian, but it wouldn't be like if I came to the room, or my cousin who was all the way white came to the room, y'all little niggas get over here. It wasn't, like, we get too much power to that word.
I don't think so. I disagree.
When you're referring, you're raising little boys up, and everything you're saying to them is, come on, little nigga, come on, little nigga. What they refer to from what they hear in the street, what they hear in music, what they see on TV, is a nigga is a thug that's out in the street selling drugs, doing this, doing that, fighting gangs.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
That's how it's looked.
I'm going to go back to what
I'm
you said.
not raising a nigga. I'm raising a black boy.
You're raising a black
and he is going to be a black man.
Right.
But he is not a nigga.
He's a little boy right now, but he's going to be a man. But I'm going to say this. No, at no time is it right for somebody to call somebody a nigger. Bottom line. Our civil rights leaders, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Rosa Parks, and I can go on and on and on, has marched for this not to be happening. I think it's the most ignorant thing that you can say. This is what you do. When you use that word, look it up in a dictionary, and I'm pretty sure you can see your face, because it means ignorance and stupidity, because that's what that word is. You need not to be using the word, the N-word, period.com. And yes, we're using this word today on the show to show you an example how awful it sounds. It sounds awful. Nobody has a right to say, get over there and such. I might say, your phone going off. I might say, I used to say back in the day before I got saved, boy, and so is so stupid and so. Wait a minute, but you get mad when none of us say it? We, as a black people, shouldn't be saying it, period. Because our ancestors got
I think that's why
on.
people get so comfortable with it, because we as a black people, we use that word so lightly. And
that's our ignorance. That's our ignorance. No, but it doesn't make it right.
No, it don't make it right.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. That's
Part of the
and we're the main, exactly. Because you know what? You got these rappers out here in this and flip flay, you get on my nerve. I ain't lying, you get on my nerve. Yeah, flip flay, get on my nerve. And I'm sick of these videos with these girls, and they got these thongs on and hoes and this and that. That's something be getting on my nerve. Get some self-respect for yourself. Learn to say no. No, you don't want to do it. That's all. I was offered to be, guess what? I was offered to be on a CD that's called I can't even say the word. And let me say it for you. No. and and I ain't told them, and you lost your mind. Because of what I stand for, you're not going to exploit me. So, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we're going to be back. And I want to show you this video. I want to let you know, like it states, the show says, we shall overcome. Why haven't we? And I'm going to show you why we haven't. Let's not be blind to what is happening in our country, around this world. We should not fear. The only person we should fear is God. But right now, we're almost at the end of Revelations. You better ask somebody if you don't know. We'll be right back after these commercials.
White Wolf and I will visit Earth to help children in need. No child will ever go to bed hungry again on the Fabulous Magical Kingdom watch.
Oh, Dilly did.
The Fabulous Magical Kingdom is a world made of magical friends and characters with goals to assist people of all ages that have been abused and show them how to become a survivor. Miss Kimberly Ram, aka Lady Survivor, is an abuse survivor and avid child abuse awareness advocate. She has made it her life mission to support people that have been abused, also educate and enlighten the world about this daily threat of abuse. She has created many ways to get attention about child abuse awareness by utilizing special mediums such as the Lady Survivor Spotlight Radio 103, Facebook Kimberly Ram, Twitter 1 Lady Survivor, LinkedIn Lady Survivor, Instagram 1 # Lady Survivor, and New E Magazine Keeping It Real. However, that's not enough. We need your help to donate to this great cause. No More Lies and Secrets campaign, child abuse, bullying, youth dating violence, missing and exploited children, and domestic violence. Your donation can save and change a child's life. For donations, please visit our website, thefabulousmagicalkingdom.com. And if you like more information on sponsoring or to be a guest on our show, or just looking for a unique motivational speaker with the magical characters to help bring awareness to our cause, please visit themagicalfabulouskingdom.com or call 856-295-2395. That's 856-295-2395. And remember, there is more to life than what an abused child sees through his or her eyes.
Clean clothes to wear, and sometimes I go a bit hungry. Oh, Queen and a TGI. Oh, Queen.
Guys, we're back, and this is a really serious subject here, and we're going to have Duchess read something because we have been on Facebook.
Be comfortable with where we are,
Right?
Because we
got a
can
long
now,
way to go.
yeah, exactly. Like, at what point in time are you getting? You can put your feet up and just
Right.
sit back and chill.
Right.
When we still have large numbers of inner city neighborhoods, poor education,
Right.
and most of that goes back to funding. But why is the funding not there?
Right, exactly. Why isn't the funding not there? And the beef that y'all hear is coming from the Facebooks, and we're getting a lot of different comments now coming across Facebook. And Amanda's going to read one now. You go ahead.
And it's not very long, and this is from somebody who is a very, very close friend of mine, and she's actually Asian. And her name is Viv, and her response was pretty much, she said, at the end of the day, it's still a present day struggle. As much as the world has evolved, racism still exists. And I hear so many people say, no, racism doesn't exist, it doesn't exist anymore, that's so back in the day. And that's not true.
It's not true.
That's not true, because it's not even just a white or black thing anymore.
It's not.
It's not a white or black thing anymore, because you can have friends that are Asian or something like that, and I can be like, yeah, I'm going to dinner at my homegirl's house. Somebody knows that she's Asian, and be like, better make sure it's not cat or dog.
Right.
That's a huge stigma.
Right.
And it's not, like I said, it's not just a black or white thing at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Right.
It's not.
And it's, I think, like she was saying about the, white music, and you're talking white, or you trying to be like somebody else. What is that? What is talking white? What is, because you speak well, and you're educated, you was raised, your parents taught you to sit up straight and act a certain way. All of a sudden you bougie, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, because you're different, like I was at Madonna Security Square Mall, and Ann and I was walking, there was this group of girls out of nowhere, she said, she is so ugly. She was talking about me. But she had this much hair on the back of her head and a ponytail. And she had a uniform on. But yet, she don't know anything about me.
Right.
She don't know my testimony. And it is funny when you think about it. Because...
But that goes back to acceptance.
Right.
People are really ignorant.
Yeah. But I mean,
ignorant.
you're not gonna remain ignorant if you accept who it is you are, and then embrace through that who she is, and who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of times people, I don't know.
I'm gonna say like this, like the guy said on Crispy, I love his show. Ignorance you can fix. Stupid is all day long.
It really
Bottom
is.
line.
It really
You can fix ignorance, but stupid is all day long. And God's house, and the school, everywhere. Some of the questions that Ann and I get asked as an interracial couple, you know what? It kills me. How is it to be in an interracial relationship? Well, how is it to be in a relationship that you're in? But we're not in an interracial relationship, that you're in a relationship under God, right? No, we live in a sin, so how can you ask us that? I go back and forth with them because it's none of your business. Just because he's Caucasian does not mean that he doesn't act like a man. We all see Ed. Ed acts just like any other man. Got a smart mouth. Don't take out the trash like you're supposed to. Gets on my nerve, leaving his stuff on the side of the bed and stuff like that. Brush his teeth, cut his hair. Don't want to kill behind like he a housekeeper. He's Caucasian. He's a man. Okay? It's just that simple. Stop asking us when we're out. We're not y'all little cute little puppies. And stop saying we're cute. I know I'm fine. But I'm just saying. Okay, let it go. But I want to show you guys something. Y'all think racism isn't real? Now, I need for you guys to take your kids out the room for this, because this really is going to blow your mind. And she had her kids there. And so please, I beg of you, take your kids out of the room. Please.
Here. And we'll see. Because we'll definitely be following charges. Please call the cops. Thank you. Please. Got everything on tape. Your voice too. Calling me if that's how you feel. You might as well take care of your kids. Don't worry about me.
I know where my kids are.
Okay, good.
Don't touch.
Me.
I know where my kids are.
Okay, good.
Don't touch.
She's saying they can decide to go by themselves.
Please do.
Watch her. She's terrible.
Telling you, called you you're a nasty.
Okay. You might want to get your.
Why? He thinks he's gonna get something out of it.
Oh, no worries. I don't sue people.
Oh, he knows the cops. How many cops am I stripped for? You ain't.
Okay.
Tell him, dude. You.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
That's very, very good. Please do.
I don't know. Why? Because you want to put it on YouTube, trying that card because I call him a racist, because he's a racist, ignorant.
Good. Thanks.
Stay here. My husband's coming.
Okay, sure.
I told him you're coming for this. Get the video up!
She looks like mental.
Get the video up! My kids! Now! Alright? Right there. I'm gonna whip my coffee and then.
Go ahead.
Stop.
Did she just say her coffee?
Her coffee. She was actually, this lady was upset because she felt that he almost hit her kids. And that's not what happened. That's just a small version of that video. She called him the N-word several times. Several times. This is a recent video. Then they had her come back, and you can pull it up. It's on YouTube. She came back, and then she started saying, well, because I have black people in my family, such and such. You're lying. You don't. You don't have no black people in your family. This is amazing. This is all races. There are a lot of people of all races that have never had another race inside their home.
Add another comment.
Okay, you have another comment.
Yep.
Amanda has another comment coming. That's what I wrote. See, people like this comment. Go ahead.
This comment came from Sherilyn Davis, and she's actually from Pennsylvania, and I do know her personally also. She's actually mixed. Her mom is white and her dad is black. In her comment, she said, I want to know how we as black people expect racism to go away when we are harsher on ourselves than what other races are. From black on black crime to us blaming the man instead of us just doing what we need to do to move up.
And so it seems like everybody has the same basic outlook.
Yeah.
That it's more us enabling the current situation as far as racism is concerned, because we're not taking responsibility for our plight, basically.
Right.
They've passed
It's
laws
easier to
that-
pass the blame onto the man.
And we're good for that. We're good for that. You know,
Right.
all white people are slave masters,
Yeah.
but if all white people are slave masters, then are we still slaves?
Are we still slaves?
I'm not.
Case in point, my father took me, him and his partner is black. My father was white. They took me to dinner for my birthday. And when they came around to take, the birthday picture, and the lady's like, well, who are you here with? And he was like introducing my father to my father. She would gravitate towards the black. She might just think that, okay, he's like, he could be my father. Because people don't think like that. They just don't think like that.
But why is that important?
Right.
I don't understand why. You sitting at the table, and you were a black man, you were a white man. He said, "Oh, this is my daughter." Oh, that's nice.
Right.
Can I get you guys something to drink today? You know what I'm saying? Why
is it an issue in 2014? It should have been an issue pre. But
Yeah,
why is
like-
it an issue in 2014?
That's
And
not
I go
ignorant. I
places.
asked her.
Right. And I go out in places. When we first started dating, it was just so. I took him to Rice and Sound Plaza, and I know he had to be uncomfortable because the men. Oh my gosh! The black men, the Latino men, they were like, what? And you hear comments, he can't handle all that, he can't do that, he can't do, you don't know what, and first of all, I want people to understand, I don't find it funny when you talk about my man, because that's my man.
Right.
And as far as I'm concerned, the ones that's saying that he can't handle all that, I wouldn't have been with you anyway, even if I wasn't with him. That's the sad part about it. So, oops. And Madonna Mall, I think it's probably Madonna Mall with him. We did go down the Dome Mall, and the funny part about it, he had no problems when he went down there. Maybe because we had baby too. We was carrying baby, so they wasn't focusing on you. They was looking at baby. They was looking at baby. You know, but at the same time, I guess they look at a sister too, because this sister had looked at my face like Medea. I wish she would.
Right.
I wish she would.
But you know, black people have a tendency in some certain circles to be kind of ignorant.
Yeah.
Like my husband is Puerto Rican. His father is black. His mother is straight off the island. But to look at him, I guess people think he's white.
Right.
He don't look white to me.
I just thought it was light skin.
That's what my mom said. That's the same thing my mom said. She was like, why do he just look like a light-skinned black guy?
Yeah.
But we've encountered issues.
Right.
Down south, his parents live in Georgia, so, you know, going back and forth down there, you know, people look at us funny.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with you? What you looking at?
Yeah.
Like,
that's how I be feeling. I'm like, what are they? I be saying like on my husband. I'm like, babe, what are they looking at? He said, you know what? Now and I have this point where we see them and we don't see them and we do. And I want to share this. This is Ann and I just got married. This is my family right here. As you see, we are just totally just mixed all up. And my adopted parents right here in the back, my nephew, my son, his mom, my grandchildren, my son, fiance is mixed. She's half Puerto Rican. So this is my family. This is who we are. And Martin Luther King said, we shall overcome. And Ann and I have proved that because we have overcome. And nobody is going to change what we have because God put us together. And, you know, we need to stop this because, and this is, and it, you know, first of all, I don't care who you date. If you happy and you're not getting your head caved in, and that man is treating you right, loving you right, good God, that food smells good. But if loving you right and treating you right, I'm hungry. Then you know, mind your business. It's none of your business.
it's no longer illegal. It used to be
right.
illegal. You could go to jail for it. You could be put to death for it. But now, you know, it's not.
Even have a comment.
Okay.
Go ahead, sister.
Facebook, Brandy Jones, she said, we will never eradicate racism, but we need to stop being tolerant of racism. Whether it be entertainment or in our personal lives. We need to stand firm in our beliefs, or we will never overcome.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It seems like to me that's the consensus. Everybody believes, but if everybody believes that, so far 100% of our comments have been exactly the same.
Right. Why is it still?
An issue? No one has answered the question.
We just got another really good one.
Go ahead.
And she did make a little bit of a joke in here though. She said racism comes in all colors, whether it's white on black or black on Indian or whatever. Racism is an immature state of mind. I don't like anyone, so it doesn't matter to me. And then she said, "Psych, just playing." She said, "I just don't understand how people can allow another race to bother them to the point of becoming racist. Grow up, because when we die, the hole in the ground will be the same size, regardless of race. Get over yourself, love one another, and move forward in life." And that came from Toy Dixon.
Oh my God!
Thank you, Toy.
Thank you, Toy. In the name of Jesus, thank you.
Lord,
have mercy.
When I had my children, when I say down to, and as harsh as this might sound, when I had my 6-year-old, when I had Sanai, I was told by her father's mother that her father must have been a white man because she was too light-skinned to belong to them.
Wow.
Now, I'm sorry, I know I had a tan.
Right, yeah.
I don't remember being very dark at all.
Ever.
If you see my mom and China are the same complexion.
Yeah.
Right.
My grandmother, my family, my children are like, you know, and when my son was born, it was also said,
right.
And I mean, and even if we pulled up a picture of my son when I first had him, and
right.
I'm not gonna lie, when I laughed when they first brought him to me, because I was like, good God, this baby is pale. You know, my daughter was light, but my son, he was pale, red, with red spots.
My one African American child, my one full African American child was like Ed when he came out.
Yeah.
Yellow?
No, this brother was white.
No,
my baby
In the wintertime, I bet you he get a little lighter though. Like
yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
That was my baby.
He's going to the song. He's going somewhere. He got to do something.
He's going
I love me some man, but baby, you got to do something. But I'm gonna say this: when my son was born, we always had chinky eyes. So we was in getting a chicken box.
Getting a chicken box.
He was a baby, and the lady came up, the Chinese lady, she came around to me as I'm holding my son, Paul, and she was like, Chinese baby, and I was like, no, he's African American. She said, no, it's a Chinese baby. Look at the eyes, look at the eyes, look at the color, look at the color. I'm like, miss, I know who I stuck with. This is not Mary Polish. This is not your child.
Read this one.
No, you go ahead and handle it.
Go ahead. It's extra long.
Yeah, this one is coming from Ashley Davis, and her name on Instagram is I Can Only Be Me 88. And she put, because instead of parents teaching their kids the right way, they just encourage it and it makes it sad. You got senior citizens walking around here acting like this is a racist world. It grinds my gears that it still exists. My brothers deal with it because their mom is white. My cousins go through it because their dad is white. We live in a sick world where everyone is against each other instead of helping and uplifting one another.
Wow.
Thanks, Ashley.
I've heard uplifting several times in various comments.
Right.
And that's something that we don't do.
Right.
But someone's got to start somewhere.
Right. And we have to start. We have to start somewhere because, and if it does mean that it has to start with what we're doing here and bringing awareness to it, then so be it.
It's the conversation.
It's the conversation. We have to constantly talk about it. We have to constantly make this happen. And you know, God has a way of weeding the weeds out. And I love that about him. And I go to a church and in a morning service, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find me. I'm unique, I'm different. This is how, the way you see me, this is how I go to church. Dot, context, everything. But this is not the reason why I'm saying it. I'm saying as far as skin color, I know at my church there are some people don't like me because of my skin color. I really don't care. Because I'm not there for them. I'm there to hear the word of God. And here you go to my fabulous, amazing Deacon John that does Sunday school. And we learn so much from him. I mean, it's just like so powerful. So I don't worry about what people think about me. I know who I am. And I'm God's child. And if any of us get caught in here with Ed sitting here as well, guess what? It's going to bleed. And it's going to be red.
Right.
We are all God's child. The ignorance needs to stop. We need to stop. You know, Morgan Freeman, not too long ago, but I'm going to look it up for you. You might hear music in the background because it's party time. And, you know, we're doing this show, but we're ready to celebrate a party here. But Morgan Freeman had, it was a school that was segregated not too long ago, a few years ago, maybe 4 years, it was in 2000. And he actually was going to pay for the entire prom for them to not be separated like that. Do you know that some of the parents refused to do it? They still had the Caucasian kids. Some of the Caucasian kids had their own prom, and then the other parents came around, and he paid for everything. And that was Morgan Freeman. And I was just so shocked when I saw that. So shocked because I could not believe that went on. But don't have to make my grind even more is when I am somewhere in God's house and somebody say to me something about Obama. Do not get it twisted. I don't care if it's about Obama, Martin Luther King. You walk in my house because my daughter-in-law made a jokey joke. When you walk into my place, you see all these Black History pictures up there, and she says, "Well, Ed, father-in-law, I don't know why you got, Kim having all these Black History pictures up here." I looked at her. I said, the only picture I have up here that I like is Marilyn Monroe. Ed picked out all those Black History pictures. Excuse you. Right. And she was like, "What?" Yeah. I was like, he picked them all out. young lady. She's a beautiful young lady. Forget the part of the color of her skin. You don't know her testimony. You don't know her testimony, Dutch's testimony, my testimony, Amanda's testimony. First of all, if you knew it, half of you guys wouldn't have been able to make it through it. Would not even have been able to make it through it. So all I'm saying is that, when you're sitting out here and you're saying, it's like what's his name? Cat Williams or something like that? Right, what's his name? Cat Williams made a statement. Somebody tried to say something to him or sue something overheard because he said something on the stage about, he kept using the word B. And then he made a statement saying, you getting upset because I'm calling saying B on the stage, but as soon as the club music come on, B, drop your butt, you jump on the floor and you start dancing and everything. And through the whole song, it's the same thing. When I go out, my thing is, I demand respect. I demand it. You don't give me no respect. I might not know right then and there what you're doing to me, but the Lord will show me. And I just let the Lord take care of it. Right. Because if I take care of it, it ain't going to be good. It's not going to get handled right. It's not going to get handled right. So I let the Lord take care of it because He's the only one that can do right by us. So these comments that has been coming through.
I want to do the
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
I want to do the trailer too.
Go ahead.
Take a break first.
We're gonna take a little break because, and you know why she can say that? Because see, I might be the host of the show, and these are the co-hosts of the show, but we are all sisters. God put us all together. So sometimes this is when I forget something, she picks me up. That's how we roll on this show. If you don't know, ladies,
you better ask somebody.
Go to a commercial break.
White Wolf and I will visit Earth to help children in need. No child will ever go to bed hungry again on the Fabulous Magical Kingdom ride.
Oh, Dylan, did.
The Fabulous Magical Kingdom is a world made of magical friends and characters with goals to assist people of all ages that have been abused and show them how to become a survivor. Miss Kimberly Ram, aka Lady Survivor, is an abuse survivor and avid child abuse awareness advocate. She has made it her life mission to support people that have been abused, also educate and enlighten the world about this daily threat of abuse. She has created many ways to get attention about child abuse awareness by utilizing special mediums such as the Lady Survivor Spotlight Radio 103, Facebook Kimberly Ram, Twitter 1 Lady Survivor, LinkedIn Lady Survivor, Instagram 1 #Lady Survivor, and New E Magazine Keeping It Real. However, that's not enough. We need your help to donate to this great cause. No More Lies and Secrets campaign, child abuse, bullying, youth dating violence, missing and exploited children, and domestic violence. Your donation can save and change a child's life. For donations, please visit our website, thefabulousmagicalkingdom.com. And if you like more information on sponsoring or to be a guest on our show or just looking for a unique motivational speaker with the magical characters to help bring awareness to our cause, please visit themagicalfabulouskingdom.com or call 856-295-2395. That's 856-295-2395. And remember, there is more to life than what an abused child sees through his or her eyes.
Spreading like wildfire. You think it gets better, goes away, then it comes back with a vengeance. Bottom line, teach love, tolerance, and acceptance, not hate.
What's his name?
His name is L.
L?
Yeah. Lionel.
Lionel
Hewitt.
Deuces, you're absolutely right. All these comments that we received today was right on point.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like everybody is basically on the same page with it.
Right.
We just need to get on the same page with making a difference.
Right.
Do it together.
Right.
I mean, that might be something you see the cast here do one day. We might have an event, get around it.
Right.
Let's integrate. Let's bring our kids out.
I want to say this before we go really quick, that we are going to be live real soon, where we're going to be selling tickets, so you can actually come and see us live. We will You will see us in every issue. We're doing a photo shoot August the 2nd. I don't know if the video is going to be up by then, but we are always, Epic is our photographer. He is outstanding. I want to give him a shout out. Get his photos with him. This man is amazing. Hey, Epic. I just want to say that he charges what he charges and all that good stuff. Yeah, let's hold up on. That's me, fabulous on here. But we're doing a photo shoot. We're always looking for models. We have had people of smaller sizes. I don't know what they call it because I don't want to be calling them
Skinny.
No.
Little people.
The little people. We're gonna have a little people.
like me.
You can see.
Well, littler than
I know. I was
You're lying. Little people, full figure, light skin, whatever race you are. Keeping it real accepts everyone, men and women. We want to do something for cancer patients where they can get in there and do their pictures. Epic is the one, but we're doing a photo shoot there. We love you guys for taking the time out and watching. This is our third episode. Third. Look, how you get on 4-4? 4. This is our third episode. I got 4 fingers up. Our third episode. Rubman. Second board. But our third episode, and we are looking forward to our fourth episode. Amanda and I, no, I don't think so. We're not answering no more comments, guys. Come on now. That's enough, okay? We feel you. We understand you. Amanda and I was in charge of these 2 episodes here. Guess who's bringing the next episodes? To the left. Is that to the left? Yep. To the left, to the left. To the left. To the left, to the left. Right here. China. Duchess. They have their 2 shows that they're bringing. I don't know what they are. I'm the host of the show. I should know, right? And the owner. But at the same time, I give my ladies free will. So they're sending it over to us, and they'll let us know what it's going to be about. You going to let me know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
you
let
ready?
you know when you finish. I got you. I'm on it.
Oh, no, she did all this. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
I just need a name.
Our people got too much of this. Not too much. It's a certain board. But
Whatever.
peace out. Hey, ladies, guess what? If you don't know,
You better ask somebody.
we out. Bam.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. We all have a testimony. It's all about, do you want to read mine as I'm reading yours? Tune in next time, guys. But don't forget, subscribe to our show. If you don't know, you better ask somebody.